Welcome to a new episode of, and going from my usual tactical shooters, I'm going to try and incorporate the other games that I enjoy playing. And some of them still are shooters, but with a different twist. It's not all about just tactical shooting and extractions and survival as much. And this episode of What Is all about Silica. Now, this game has one thing I really love about it, and there will be an update soon, hopefully, with the avoidance collision. Okay, I'm going to get these words right. Collision avoidance. So let me showcase the game so far. So when you do this, you've got basically a multiplayer function. There are servers you can look up, or just quick play and you jump in. You can do a custom game, so you can do solo, PvE, I say PvE. You've got scenarios. There's more things about story. Campaign thing will come eventually, and a creative sandbox because you can create your own things, a bit like Armour Reforger or Armour games, in that effect. Anyway, but we get a custom game. We'll do a skirmish AI, so it's just you and an AI opponent. And what you can do is you've got the other modes. Arena is where you can really just mess around and test things. It's a free for all. Siege is kind of a attacker and defender type of game mode, which I could look at some point. We can go and try a little bit of everything, but the key flagship of everything, of the whole thing, is this mode, strategy. And basically you'll come to your map. I'm assuming they might do a map cycle maybe on that eventually. I would hope they would. So we are going to pick we'll pick the Rift Basin because it's got more rocks and everything else, but the Great ERG is quite a good desert map. Or we can go with the new one, which is the Whispering Plains. Now at the moment you can basically do your start distance, so at which factions begin from each other. So I always do it far. Start resources, give it high so you can get on with the game quite quickly, unless you know command lines and stuff, which I do now and then to speed up the process. Map resources, about to say resources to its highest. Unit cap, however, unit caps can affect things depending on how you're going to play the game, because it's not just one versus one, so you can actually have a three-way battle between the two factions, well, three factions, because there's an alien faction in there. Unit cap, so I am going to go with high. Starting tech tier, we're going to go straight to 8. Max tech tier will be 8 already, so we can just crack it on. So when you do start this off, because each faction obviously have their own benefits and different styles now, which is quite nice, especially between Centauri and Sol. So if I do a three-way battle for the hell of it, I forgot to change the time of day. So what we're going to do is we're going to look at Centauri. And the other thing about this game is you can play it in two different ways. You can just be boots on the ground and fight like a third-person shooter, or you can switch back to like third-person view, or you can be a commander. And if you're the commander, then you get to do like a Command and Conquer style. Now, if you're in this view, you can do all this. Click on there, build the refineries. I can remember how to do this myself because I haven't done it in such a long time. So this would need to be, I could be screwing this up a little bit on my own. That went blue a second ago, didn't it? Once you do that, it'll start building. So yeah, if you play Grand Theft Auto for some reason, if you play your Command and Conquer games or strategy games like this, then you'll know exactly what you'll be doing when you're building up. You got your resource nodes for what we have to collect. So this is the refinery. It will build a special device that will come over here to collect that, to keep the funds going over here. But what you can do, if you want to join the battle, you click on a unit, you can take direct control, and you'll get like a weird camera-y kind of looking thing to be part of this role. These are all I forgot about they got some new looks to some of their soldiers. And something's building over there, so that's where Sol must be, because that looks like they're kind of, that's the Sol's version. Now what we are going to do is we're going to swap press F to come back. And what you can do, if I can remember the button, press H, you can then switch factions. So if I wanted to, I could go and say Centauri and then just be a unit. And then whatever is available, I can be them. And then you basically play as boots on the ground. And then a AI commander basically takes over the role. What we are going to do is we are going to change the... So you can do this if I type in command console here. Whoa. I'm sure the commander's trying to destroy me. So I've just done that. Now what I can do is, because I've just typed in cheating the admin commands, I can then increase the... There we go. Add some daylight. Make it look a bit less dark. There we go. So, just to give a little brief idea to the sort of like a way I look at it in the story here, Centauri are kind of like I would say like more like the rebel, probably the good side really. Whereas Sol is all about high-tech gear. You know, I always look at like Centauri as a rebel type force. And then not so long ago had this massive unit split update, so it's finally everyone's got their own distinct style and look to their units and vehicles.
Enemy approaching.
Now it says enemy approaching. Is that an enemy or is it the wildlife, which is, if you get the theme of the game, like Dune, there are sandworms basically in the game. You may select your loadout here. Oh, that's all that is. That's just my loadout. So yes, you can switch between views. Or if you want, get into a vehicle. Now he's just taking a spin with us. Now here's, oh, that might be the big great worm. Now there's nothing really about having to kill the great worm. No, crap. That was close. I wouldn't go over there, I made it angry. Now he can be destroyed. It takes a lot of firepower depending on what vehicles you're using, and once you've got availability of the better higher tier weapons. Now in the distance there I can see an alien cyst. Oh, there's oh. No, that was bad. Oh, I've got an idea roughly where they are right now. So, what we can do now is I can return to headquarters. I'll go to the barracks. The barracks has all the other troops. So, basically, their version of a scout is a militia. Then you've got a trooper, which is like the assault class. Marksman, obviously, it's like a sniper rifle. Juggernaut is basically a rocket launcher. And the Templar, well, he has the bigger gun. A Templar, basically, if I can get into the what's called view to this. Because there's two types of people. The Commando is the one that's on the Soul team. And they basically have bigger, powerful weapons. So this guy is all about that sort of business. One thing I forgot to look at: if you do load at the barracks always has a holographic bike you can spawn in. And then it'll make it real. A way for a quick travelling. if you don't want to walk. I just realised I love the fact that you actually put the gun on the back like that on the bike. Looks like they're already starting to attack these ends. They've become a camera mode, which you can do. This is how I do cinematics. So I've got plenty of other videos on cinematic stuff on my channel. Still in slow motion. Oh no, that's fast. But everything gets a bit heavy when you've got loads of things going on like this. Oh! Taken out. Now, for the fun side, we go click on crap. On the alien side of front, I haven't really done much for these guys for a while. They're like a hive mind, so you could, if you wanted to, providing it's not being held by another player, you can transfer your mind and become one of the other units. And what we are going to do on this one is going to put in cheat, and then we're going to do resource alien with lots of things. Yeah, and the resource at Centauri, make it fair. So if we get this right, if I spell that right, Centauri. I might have got the spelling wrong. Nope, I knew that was wrong. Resource. It's Centauri with A, not U, the other way around. Right, so they've both got the same amount of resources. That's why you're about to see a massive influx of things being built. Now, each creature has its own different attack. With these, though, because some of the ground vehicles you can put into the game, you can't switch to first-person view when you're driving or flying a ship. Aliens, however, you can go into a first-person view. And the other thing about this as well is you can literally play a role your own way. So if you wanted to, you could probably actually I can become these little shrimps. There must be an area I can see what he's collected. Oh yeah, just if you look at the crosshair, there's a thing underneath, and you can see it's filling up underneath it. I assume once that's full, you can take it back and fill up. Oh, I just noticed all the little green spores that come up on the back of their bodies, on their shells. This is the beauty part about the game, it's a multiplayer as well. So even if you're in a full server, if someone's playing the commander role, he can give you an order to follow. Now let's see what happens then. We go and take it back to, I'm guessing it's one of these, is it? Is it a resource node? Biocache. There you go, looks like it's all coming off him. Yeah, there you go. So that's where you drop that all off. Take a control of the Goliath if I can see him. There he is. Okay, he's a big boy. He's got a big stomp and a move like that, and a roll. He's essentially the big, like their big tanks. However, being bugs, they have another really cool advantage. So if I was this guy here, they can climb up everything. Not sure about the running side of this thing. Oh yes, here you go. Oh, he's underneath this. Look, so you can literally climb any mountains, anything with walls. He's got some strange attacks, this one. One of it's going to spawn in the biggest aerial unit of theirs. They have a thing called the Colossus, which is their version of the what we call a siege tank, which is the highest weapon for destroying buildings, with the immense power to slow reload and fire rate, shall we say. Let's see how the Centauri is going. Unit. Templar, there it is. Templar was the thing, I got that wrong earlier. Let's go with the Trooper. Oh. You will find also, because things are still yet to change and come, at the barracks you've got these purchase points. You're going to eventually have your own points. So at the moment, personal resources are unlimited. So you'll have your own resources. So you could change class. Yes, you'll be able to change your class roles with a cost of your own personal points. And I guess it's you just doing your part, playing your part for your team. Now, one of the things I said about playing your roles earlier, and I kind of lost my track of train of thought. But if you wanted to, you could get on board the harvesters, and you could actually play that role and go out there and collect the resources and bring it back to the refineries for the team to make sure you're bringing in resources and keeping things going. Now, also to get around quickly as well, if you've been to certain places on the map or where they've been discovered, some of these buildings have teleporters. What you can do, if you, because it's telling me right now to utilize the teleportation to move quickly across the battlefield. Now, over here, it's telling I'm here, so anywhere where it goes blue, it's just uncertainty. I'm going to press E on there, not shoot the gun. Oh, we're in about. Oh! That's why it says uncertainty. Oh yeah, there's a massive war going on over there. Right. Try that again, shall we? Right, now we're building. That's an air factory being built. And there's the ultra heavy vehicles factory. But yes, you can play either the entire game as a basically commanding role, and yes, you can jump into the. Yeah, you can take control of vehicles or troops as like a remote thing. So it's got two different types of play styles, which I like, and in fact, because you can switch between them, and I think that really makes it more fun and unique. I've not played a game like it for a while.
Harvester under attack.
Now, if you want to claim a vehicle, anything that's not been, if you're all playing in a multiplayer server, you can do what I've just done there, press E, and you can claim a vehicle. Once it's been claimed by you, no one else can take over it unless you unclaim it. Oh, I think I got it. Uh-oh, no I haven't. Rockets are out. So most vehicles do have a secondary function with firing. So left mouse button for this one is a cannon. If I hold the right mouse button, ooh, I'm off the edge. Or use a assault cannon. Ballistics of some sorts. Kill it. Got it. There you go. He's going down. Whoa. Steady on there. If you want to zoom in like that, just use your mouse wheel. Now, also, just a little FYI of other things that's hopefully still to come is the idea is when you join in, you'll be able to, as a soldier on the ground, be able to maybe command some troops, squad up type of thing. That's hopefully something that will happen because there are a few vehicles that somebody can take control of, like troop transport. And if you go to the back of it, you can sit in the back, hitch a ride and all this lot. Same with some of the alien, sorry, not aliens, but the other factions drop ships. As long as someone's flying it, they can drop you off. So you can plan different things like that, especially in like the multiplayer side of it. But the main thing is, yes, you could just be PvE, sorry, if you wanted to. So you're not forced into multiplayer stuff. You can still enjoy it, whatever way you want to play it. But that is pretty much like some of the stuff for the strategy. I'm not going to show you. There's probably things I may have missed. Oh, he's just come out to play. He's not happy. Oh, he just disappeared. Oh, this is their version of a siege tank, I believe. Big cannons. Oh wow, he destroyed straight away. Wow, that tank is taking a beating. He's still going. That tank is taking a pounding, but he's still going. Oh, he just got his backside whipped. Another little FYI, when you're in this mode like I'm doing right now, you can take over the wildlife and drive, and you can actually become that. There is like a little couple of sandboxy things you can do in other game modes to mess about. Now, if you want to do something a little bit more sort of getting on with it fast paced without the building side of it, then what you can do is come to custom game, skirmish again, but go to siege. However, one of these didn't work for me last time around. Like, it's partially broken because I couldn't spawn in as a unit, so I probably will have to do the other map. Now, each of these kind of like custom sort of what's called siege modes have two different factions against each other. So this one is basically Crimson Peak. Start. Now this mode is a attack and defend sort of style play. Right, let's make sure we got daylight. Here we go. So, depending who you are, you have a different, I suppose, different advantages of this. And so you got attackers and defenders. Oh, so this one's alien based. So we're going to be defending, and I'll be a unit. So you can do. There is a commander role in this, but you're kind of restricted in certain things. I think it's about you choosing where the resources go. So I'm going to be a unit for this one. Go defenders, we'll go commander role. So commander role works for you at the moment, but you being on the ground doesn't. So what you could do to join into the battle of that, I guess, is just take direct controls. The downside is, I don't know, hopefully the AI thing will just take over and still control everything. Now, the other things you can expect to see down the line, I would show you the sandbox kind of possible experience, but I might do that in a separate video. You can build unique scenarios, edit with tools, and do some random stuff. Be a games master, basically, shaping dynamic experience and all that. But scenarios, you do have some scenarios that you can kind of basic story, single player story mode things, like the intro, the Rift Basin. It kind of gives you a rundown of the game. It will offer you the tutorial at the start. And some of these will offer a multiplayer experience.
This is Command. You appear to have landed beyond the reinforcement LZ. Regroup with recon at the pickup point, past the ravine. Sending coordinates now. Be advised, multiple biosignatures heading to your position. Look alive. The situation is rapidly returning. Out.
Oh god. Reload.
Area is compromised. Pickup is not available. I repeat, pickup not available. Utilize any means of transportation and reach the headquarters immediately. Good luck, Corporal. You are going to be out.
Whoops. Oh, that hurt. Gotta be careful, this vehicle's gonna blow up. I took a massive hit on that.
Stay strong. Multiple contacts. You are free. Re-equip. Take command. Begin. They're coming in hot.
I think that missed. I'm stuck.
Well done. Stand by. Delay that. All units. Fast form incoming from the north. ETA 1 minute.
Defiance have come. Whatever they may seem, they are not welcome here. The Defiance seek coming for presence here. Using shots of awesome.
And then you, oh yes, that's right. So despite that, the intro thing there, I'm guessing there's a cut sequence missing.
Children have bled. Let them kill more. They must be stopped.
Oh, I see, you'll play the other side as the horde from the north. This is what I meant by when you press control, you can disappear into the ground. Now we're swarming the bases as the aliens. But it's basically giving you a rough idea of what to expect, and hopefully more to come and see. The collision thing that's coming with new update, hopefully it'll have some more stuff in it, not just that. But the collision update is the idea that sometimes what happens is the vehicles are not always aware very well. They don't travel and they keep bashing into each other and everything going completely wrong. Whereas this time around, it's supposed to like navigate around things much better and more responsible. You need to do a bit more tougher thing to destroy these things. Oh! As you can see, you can take over everything's in this mode. Oh. There you have it. And hopefully when the new update comes in, there will be another video to see how things are going, see what they've done. It's been a while since they've done an update. The last one they did was just before or around Christmas.